Welcome back, you beautiful people. Just got back from Vietnam where I had the privilege of spending 4 nights in the Giang LOOP, an unforgettable 96 hours exploring unreal natural scenery, learning about Vietnamese culture, and making lifelong friends. Oh, and drinking way too much happy water. Alright, so let's get into it. So most Vietnam trips begin in one of two places, Hanoi in the north or Ho Chi Minh City, formerly known as Saigon, in the south. I chose to fly into Hanoi from Chiang Mai, Thailand. After dropping my backpack off at the hostel, I set off to find the restaurant where Anthony Bourdain and Obama famously shared a meal together. I have some pictures below of the meal I got, which is the same one that both Obama and Bourdain got. Such a cool spot. Later that night, I caught my overnight sleeper bus from Hanoi to Haiphong, where I would be starting the loop. You can see that here. Um, Here we are getting started. Just morning of the beginning of the loop, and here we go. Less than 30 minutes into the start of our ride, we had a police checkpoint, which was not completely unexpected. But however, what was unexpected was that my driver did not have his license. This caused some issues with everything getting delayed a little bit. I had to wait for a new driver, but we ended up getting everything worked out. The first major stop we had on day one was in this little town at the bottom of this valley, where we got off and went on a hike, as you can see here, up to this cave system. Grueling hike, but beautiful, huge cave system. Just that entire region is just very karst. You just see sinkholes and caves all along the walls throughout the route. Quick final rest stop for day one, just taking in the views, grabbing a little sweet tea, and here's my buddy Nick, fellow American from Louisiana. So night one, sleeping arrangements, very impressed. Wasn't sure what to expect coming in, but this was certainly a lot nicer than that. As you can see, such an idyllic setting for a spot to spend your first night. I normally was staying in more hostel bunk rooms. However, because I had issues with my first driver not having a license, and then they had to change him out. Jasmine was kind enough to give me a complimentary suite that first night, and then I went back to staying in bunks for the rest of the trip. All right, day two, let's go. And here's a quick selfie with my Easy Rider Sayo. Good man. We got some good views up here from the top of this big tower we climbed to the top of. Real long hike. You see this temple in the distance. So just left of there is the Chinese border. You're able to see part of the fence from the top of this flag tower. Just some more examples of the karst landscape. It was not unusual to see large cave openings like this all over the place. So for the longest hike of day two, we had this approach hike. Then we did a little scrambling at the top of this mountain to get these incredible views. There's a pretty cool little cliff you could hang off the side of to get your Instagram pictures for everybody. Here's us walking down the backside. We ended up walking through these little villages and through individual people's farms. A bunch of school children and towns running around. This is where we ended up staying the second night. Don't have many pictures from the actual hostel, but incredible place. We had huge parties, stayed up super late like every other place. Just always a good time. So we kicked day three off by going on this riverboat cruise through one of the largest canyons in Asia. I believe this was the largest canyon in northern Vietnam. I believe it's like around 2,000 feet from the top to bottom. Just felt like something straight out of Jurassic Park. Here we are climbing out of the river valley, so we're gaining a lot of elevation here. Oh, and here we have Swiss Chocolate, aka Chef, enjoying himself. And sadly, that brings us to our last night. This was our stay for the last night of the loop. As you can see, we stayed up late, had a good dinner and drinks. Eventually, the party kept going on until we all ended up in the pool. So, great way to end it. Honestly, couldn't have been any better. this point, we all realize we have about 30 kilometers left until the end of the loop, so we're just trying to soak it up and enjoy every last moment of it. This roadside stand allowed us to learn a little bit about how blankets, clothes, and just fabrics are handled in the region. And here's Jamie showing us how it's done on the windpipes. And just like that, it's over. Here's my friends Bridger and Delordy, also known as Jack. We are on a sleeper bus here. We're leaving our Jasmine hostel, where we just said goodbye to all of our friends who we've got to know so well over these last few days. A group of us are all headed to Halong Bay, and then some more of them are headed to Sapa, and then some other people are headed back to Hanoi. So basically the gang's splitting up and everybody's kind of going in their own way, but no one wants the party to end. But anyway, thanks for watching. It's been a great trip. This is one of those trips that's once in a lifetime, but I hope it's not. This is one of those things I honestly could see myself doing again. But anyway, stick around and maybe if I can find enough footage, I can make a video of the Halong Bay. And but I definitely have some other stuff coming down from my trip. So yeah, thanks for watching.